Behind the Scenes. I'm your host, Gena Jayne, and today we have a very special guest with us. I'm taking you behind the scenes to a really unique location that I even just found out about here in Warner Robins. With me today is the beautiful Gail Slater.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with me. It's kind of interesting how we came together. We came together over, you were sponsoring something here in the community, and that's actually how I found out about you. Love that, love that, love that, because everything I preach on the show is shopping local.
Absolutely. Keeping
your business right here and supporting the people and the businesses here in our community. And that's what you were doing, was supporting, a school here.
A local school, absolutely. And that's how you walked into our clinic and got a complimentary procedure, and we started talking about what you did in Warner Robins, what we have available at our clinic in Warner Robins, and here I find myself on your show. So I thank you. I'm glad that you won that at the auction.
It was meant to be.
Yes.
It was meant to be. I see these billboards all over town. I've heard ads on the radio with all kinds of very cosmopolitan type things, and I was really blown away when I went in to your office. It was very unexpected, all the things that you have. I was blown away. I was going in thinking, a thermo-lipo kind of massage thing that I was looking at.
What is a synergy massage?
Exactly. and what is it going to do? And then I realized, wow, there's just so much more going on, and I didn't know about it. And that's kind of what Behind the Scenes is about. If I didn't know about it, chances are there's someone else out here that does not know what all that we do offer.
And I am so grateful for this opportunity to kind of tell everybody what we are, how long we've been here, and kind of let you know that we do a lot of aesthetic and anti-aging procedures. And it's okay that you might not have known who we are, because we're all about keeping our patients private, doing procedures on folks that will have them back to their jobs in a few days. We try to do minimally invasive, little to no downtime procedures. So the fact that you may not have known, you've probably met several of our patients that have had things done, and you have no clue, but you think, wow, Jane really looks good. So I think that's kind of the beauty of what we do, offering cosmopolitan procedures at not so cosmopolitan prices. And what I like about you is you are passionate about keeping the commerce in Warner Robins, and we are too. I get so frustrated when I hear people say, I've got to drive to Atlanta for this or Savannah for that, because I think if we can just support our local businesses, you will be able to find great things without having to leave our town.
That's absolutely what I preach really on every show, and like I said, that's the whole concept for our show here, going behind the scenes, because there is this mindset of we do have to go out of town to have these kind of procedures, and we don't.
We just need to go out of town on vacation.
That's exactly right. When can we leave?
We can do that.
We hear and we see all around us in the news and in the magazines and billboards and commercials, all of these procedures, they look very costly, they look very high tech, and it's a little bit intimidating. And when I walked into your office staff's amazing, absolutely amazing. I felt very at home going into whatever I might want to go into, and you take the intimidation out of it.
I think so. I think we like to treat our patients how we would want our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our sons, to be treated. And so we are a more personal office staff. The things that we do require a lot of follow-up. So if you get with us, you're going to be with us for a long time before we break up. And I think that that's kind of what we can bring to the plate with people. My husband is the doctor, Dr. Slater. We've been married almost 34 years. And we started getting into aesthetics. He's a board-certified OBGYN, and started getting into aesthetic and anti-aging medicine about 7-8 years ago. And we really saw a need for this in this area. But we also saw that it was expensive. People were leaving the town to get it done. So we got extensive, wonderful training that we can brag on. We trained, when we do liposuction, the doctor that invented the anesthesia, tumescent anesthesia, is Dr. Jeffrey Klein. Well, we went out and we trained with Dr. Klein. We are training with the people who spearhead these procedures. The vampire facelift, we were invited personally by Dr. Runnels to come to his clinic in Fairhope, Alabama for a couple days, and we had private one-on-one wonderful training with him. So I think that's what makes us unique and special.
Absolutely.
Is we are seeking out the latest, the greatest, the most wonderful things.
You know, Gail, I would love to really go behind the scenes to show people what we've been talking about.
Okay.
So what I would love to do is open myself up. I would love to have a procedure. I would love to go behind the scenes, take our viewers behind the scenes, and actually have one of these amazing procedures.
We would love to do this for you. What I'll do is I'll set you up with a consultation with Dr. Slater, and he can go over all the different techniques that we have available and take a look at you, see what you want to do, what you'd be comfortable doing on camera. Most everything that we do will have you back to your schedule in a day or two. So we have to plan this on a day when you know you might have 1 or 2 days off. However, that said, with many of our things, you can leave and go right out in public. So
That's awesome.
he will take a look at you, make some suggestions, and we can go from there.
Okay, Gena, great to see you. I'm so glad that you came in today and that we could sit and talk. I understand that you have some interests, and I was just wondering if you could tell me what it is that brings you in today and what I can maybe help you out with.
Absolutely, yes. You know, I see your billboards, I hear your advertisements, and I want something. I want to be made to feel like one of the Real Housewives, if you will. You know, I see everything in the magazines. I want to experience one of these procedures, and I look at this as your art. And I know there's a lot of things bothering me, my neck, you know, I could give you a whole long list, but I would love to put myself in your hands and let you pick a procedure. I want something really cutting edge, something that you wouldn't expect to be available here in Warner Robins.
Super. You know, I'm so glad you mentioned your neck, because we have a new procedure that's just out. It's one of the treatments that's featured in this month's Elle magazine. Now, Thermi RF is a radio frequency type of procedure, and what that means is it generates heat through radio frequency. It is a type of minimally invasive procedure, and what that means is that we're going to, it's more than just laying something on top of your skin, but it doesn't require significant surgery.
Oh, that's
So
perfect.
it's not going to put you down. You're not going to not be able to work and do your show. There's
That's
going to be,
important.
yes, and there's going to be minimal swelling, minimal scarring,
Bruising?
no bruising, minimal to no bruising on you.
That sounds absolutely perfect. I'd love that. I love the fact that I'll be able to get right back to work with just very little time down. And no stitches involved, no stitches, any of that. That sounds what I'm what I'm
Right.
looking for. How awesome
That's
is that?
fantastic.
And how much more behind the scenes can you get? Be able to see this procedure and then actually see the effects on someone that people here know in the community. A lot of people know me or recognize me in town. And I think that'd be pretty awesome. I love
think
the
we should
idea
do
of
it.
doing this because it's my face that's out there, and let's just make me vulnerable. Let's do this.
Well,
And
feel so honored that you're letting us here at ABS go ahead and take care of you, and we're gonna. It's gonna be a great time, a great procedure, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the post-op.
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for staying with us with Behind the Scenes. I'm your host, Gena Jayne. With me is the beautiful Gail Slater. Now, Gail, we have decided on a procedure,
We have.
and I want you to tell me and the viewers kind
Okay.
of what I can expect.
All right, we are going to do for you the Thermi RF, and what we're doing is we're going to actually do a chin lift on you. And this was what was on Elle magazine, and it's called Chins Up. All right, so they're doing it in New York City. We're doing it in in new Warner Robins. How's
Love that, love that.
Anyway, but this very cosmopolitan procedure is going to have you really back to your schedule in a day or two. You could go out the next day if you need to. All we expect as a side effect from it is just a little bit of edema. We call it happy edema, some swelling. But what we are doing is we are using radio frequency to come in underneath the skin and go internally. We're going to heat up that tissue, that collagen, and what that's going to do using this radio frequency technology is going to shrink that tissue, that collagen, that elastin. Before any external heating, they had no idea what the temperature was, and your exterior skin can't take that much heat, and it will burn. This way we can go underneath, heat the internal part at a subdermal and dermal level, and what it's going to do is shrink that collagen, that elastin, that tissue. It even can melt fat cells.
Oh, wow.
And we do this so carefully that we can constantly be monitoring all the time the temperature internally, the temperature externally, so that we can hit our marks and know that we've done a good job. It also is going to show color change. So as we do one area, we can see Dr. Slater knows exactly where he's going, how hot it's getting. He sees a color change on the screen. He knows that that area has been done. He's getting great results, and he can march on to the next area. What we see is in about 3 days, you're going to get a little swelling. A lot of times we call that happy edema because there's no wrinkles, things look great.
Right.
Beyond that, it's going to take, your swelling will go, and then this wonderful growth is going to occur. Your body is going to have this response of sending reparative tissue there, reparative growth, and over time, things are going to change. 1 week out, you're going to be amazed at the difference. 2 weeks out, you're going to go, things are really looking up. And it takes 3 months to do the full effect.
Oh, wow.
And this is something that can last for years. You are going to age, you're still going to have aging continue, but this is going to help those bands and everything to really tighten and lift up. And this is really for the patient that doesn't want to do liposuction, that doesn't want to have major surgery, that might have a small area, you know, a little saggy arm, a turkey neck, which you don't have, but I will say it'll tighten up things. Maybe that area behind the bra line that might hang out on your backside, inner thighs, a little flabby tummy, but doesn't want to do liposuction. This is a very nice technique, and for those, you really are back to your schedule the next day. With this, because this is out in the open, you can't camouflage it, you are going to have mild edema from it for about 3 to 5 days.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start marking it here, and kind of define the limits of where we're going to do our actual skin tightening out.
Now you know if you got a tattoo of lines on your neck, what it would look like.
There you go. Things you never thought you'd see.
So he's just basically going to mark the areas that he's going to go and do the tightening.
I did forewarn you though.
You did.
Okay, just kind of, yep, okay.
You were right.
Yeah, that'll wake you up.
Areas where we're going to make our little incisions.
Till I worked on. I got here at 5 o'clock. Happy hour. What happened to happy hour?
I think you're
You're going to have your
gonna
own
have a
little
nice happy hour here pretty soon. Let that medicine soak into your skin a little bit.
Have we given her any?
Deborah, you gonna say soft kitty?
And also I need another, okay, we have Gena pretty much set up here to go ahead and get started. Under the skin, we're going to put some there. We're going to come over and we're going to do a little in the same area over here. Okay right now? A little pinching. What we're going to do now is we're going to just make some little incisions through which I'm going to be able to place my stroke bars.
I shrink them down so you don't bleed. And also it's got some lidocaine in it, which is going to do some great numbing. Normally charge $2,500 for it, but we really want to get everybody's chin up in 2014. So we are doing it for $2,014. And we can do it in the evening, after work, weekends. What's great about our clinic is we will work the hours that people don't work so that we can have our clients back to work.
And
Right
because
now-
of the way this setup is, we can see what the temperature on the outside is and what the temperature is at the point of my probe. We know that we have to have a certain temperature in order to affect collagen shrinkage. So, Whitney, go ahead, and we're going to start out. We'll start at 50.
Okay. Your skin temp is good. Your skin temp is 36.2. Your temp inside is at 47 almost.
What made you decide to go behind the scenes with all these local businesses?
It needed to be done.
Okay, pause.
People need to see this.
Well-
We need to take them behind the scenes.
All right. So now we're going to get this side nice and tightened so that way you'll have more than one good side. You'll have two good sides. That's important.
It is.
It is important.
What did you think?
Oh, I'm telling. The fear of the procedure was way worse than the procedure. It
Yeah.
really was.
Just that unknown.
And it is that unknown, and that's why I wanted to do this. I want to show people if I can do it, anybody can do this.
All right.
Exactly right. All right. Hey, Gena. How was your whole procedure?
It was awesome. I can't believe I look so photoshopped. I do.
Great. Your
And
neck looks awesome.
That's how I feel is Photoshop. People have been looking and checking, and there's no bruising.
None. It looks great. I'm going to get Dr. Slater, okay? Hang
All
on
right,
one
perfect.
second.
Hey, Gena.
Hi.
How are you?
Amazing.
You look amazing.
I
Things
feel
look really
amazing.
good. Tell me how it went for you.
There was no pain during the procedure. There really wasn't. And there was no pain afterwards. I wore the wrap, like you said, too,
Mhm.
for about 3 days. And that felt good to wear.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't need, I had no discomfort. And look, there's no bruising.
Isn't that fantastic? Now, did you have any problem the next day at work? Were you able to go
No.
right to work?
I was able to do everything I needed to do.
That's perfect.
There was just
I'm just going to take a little
no
feel.
after effects.
Very nice, very nice. That looks really good too. Are you happy with the
I am
procedure?
very happy.
See there, that just shows that you can come to Warner Robin and get cosmopolitan treatment
Absolutely.
right out of Elle magazine.
Exactly. I'm just like I was just telling you. I feel photoshopped. It looks amazing. I can, walk by the mirror. I can immediately see the difference. I see it in the pictures. I think on the show it's going to be fabulous. Thank you, Dr. Slater, for
You're
doing
very
this.
welcome. And I
I'm
think
so thrilled
Gail
to have
has.
this.
I think Gail has some light therapy for
That's
you. now
right.
when
That's
it's
right.
set up
And that continues the healing process.
yes, it does.
Right?
It helps to keep the skin nice and tight.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay.
Okay, all right, Gena, you've got your eyes covered. We're going to bring this a little closer to you. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. And you're going to see a bright red light. And this is your light therapy that's going to help with your healing and part of your post-procedure treatment. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, enjoy. All right, we are done.
Gail, I hope this will not be the last time that we see you. You offer so many things there. We've touched on a lot, but you do a lot with lipo. You do a lot with hair replacement, and I just see some more shows in our future because with the variety of things that,
we
you
offer.
to really be fair with the behind the scenes, we really need to take our viewers behind the scenes
again.
on again and again.
That would be great. The first thing that we actually did in this business is Aesthetic Body Sculptor Clinic Center for Anti-Aging was we started out by doing pure lipo, and At one point, I would say about 60% of our clients were active duty military, trying to make that waistline measurement to save their career. Guys that have fought for the country 18, 19 years in, that have to pass that one last tape measurement to get their retirement. So we're
Right.
big on military discounts, you know, big on
That's
doing
a
what
big
we can
thing.
do. And in doing that, we found that, you know, hair loss was a big thing. We've partnered with a company called Neograft. We're doing hair transplantation. So we have a major arsenal. We would love for you to come back and go
And we
behind the
will,
scenes with
and
a
we
little bit more
will.
of what we have to do, vampire facelifts, all kinds of great things that we have
Love
to
it.
offer. And I'm glad you enjoyed your procedure and your post-op care, and I know I'll be seeing you weekly
Absolutely.
to finish that up.
Absolutely, and like I said, with our viewers, you'll be able to continue to see, you know, the changes and the positive results. And as I have touched on, there's going to be a very special giveaway with this
yes.
show. We're giving away the
LED treatment, the treatment which is going to give you, it depends on your area of focus. It can kill P. acne bacteria, so we can treat acne. We can help with hair growth. We can get beautiful skin from it. Any kind of loose skin, it will do a number of treatments. So depending on what your area of concern is, we can sure help.
So it would be custom tailored to our winner, and you'll be able to go online to our Facebook page and register for that.
That'd be great.
Your contact information will also be available online and on our Facebook page as well. Thank you for staying with us and with this journey today with Gail Slater. A big hug and thank you to your husband.
Thank you so
and
much. Yes.
Y'all have been amazing to be with, and you will see them again. Thank you so much for being with us with Behind the Scenes. I'm your host, Gena Jayne. Until next week, we'll see you soon.